wait at a luxury resort, and it was really fun getting to have a ticket. See, it's very, very exclusive. And also having surgery for a neurostimulator, which is used for chronic pain. You put electrodes in the spine, and then you have a battery, and it sends mild electrical impulses that feel like a tingling sensation. And the brain decides that touch is more important than pain, and thinks that that's a pretty good idea. So I've been in chronic pain for 4 years, tried everything, and eventually found a absolutely wonderful neurosurgeon who was going to do my surgery. This has been the 12th surgery. I've been under general anesthesia 12 times. How many of you have had surgery? All right, it's pretty universal. How many of you have been under general anesthesia? So you know what I'm talking about when you wake up all of a sudden and you're in post-op, you're in the recovery room, which I'm going to be using the term PACU, that's the official hospital term, the post-anesthesia care unit. Basically, the post-anesthesia care unit is set up where it's just a row of people in beds. No curtains when you're an inpatient. You can hear and see everybody else. And they're all in different states of groggy misery. Sometimes when you have general anesthesia, they say they're going to put you to sleep, which sounds really horrible. It's almost as bad as put you down. You should run if somebody says they're going to put you to sleep. But when they say you'll be asleep during the operation, it's really crazy because you're not asleep, are you? When you sleep, you have a sense of time passing. But when you have anesthesia, it's like you're in the middle of chewing out the anesthesiologist going, my goodness, what did you put in my IV that hurts like a mother? Beep, beep, beep. Okay, right. Oh, I know where I am. I know what must have happened. That's right. I'm remembering now. Okay. Yeah, I got attacked by a man in a mask with a very sharp knife. Stabbed me right here in the back. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts. Luckily, I saw Justin, the PA from Dr. Berlad's office, was right by my bed when I woke up and came out of anesthesia. And I was hurting. And I looked up at him and I said, Justin, I'm hurting, quick, tell me a joke. Well, if you don't have any, I guess I'll have to start telling them. How do you tell the difference between an elephant and a strawberry?
One's bigger.
One's gray and one's red. How do you tell the difference between an elephant and an orange?
One's gray and one's orange.
Excellent. How do you tell the difference between an elephant and a loaf of bread?
The elephant weighs more.
True, but if you don't know the main difference between an elephant and a loaf of bread, I am not sending you to the store to get a loaf of bread. And this is all the further I got before the surgeon showed up. I didn't even get to the refrigerator series of my elephant jokes. I probably know about 50. It's really scary. But I was a camp director. So after the surgeon goes away and it's kind of quieted down, I hear a man come in, and I can't see him, but to this day, I've decided he's the polite cowboy. When I was a camp director, our site manager was definitely a polite cowboy. In fact, all the cowboys I've met are extraordinarily good manners. They tip their hats, they say ma'am, and that's how this man was. It was kind of entertaining because I never heard anyone in such a groggy state with such impeccable manners saying, thank you, ma'am, being so kind to the nurses. So this ends up being my neighbor. Then there's someone who rolls in on a bed. Luckily, they put him about 3 spaces down. They could have put him right next to me. And you hear this gurgling sound. And this distresses me quite a lot. First, it sounds gross. Ew! And then the other thing, being a wilderness EMT, is I know that that suction, that means his airway, is occluded at least a little bit, and he's in kind of trouble. And I do not want to hear this, but there's nothing I can do. It's not like I can get up and run away. I'm in enough pain that I have to stay awake to keep hitting the button for that magic juice to keep coming through. And so what I decided to do is I have to get rid of this sound. So I plugged my ears. I still hear down this way. And then I thought, oh, well, there's that thing that people do where they go, Mary had a little lamb, little lamb. Okay, this song is not working for me. It's really annoying. It's annoying me. And then it came to me. Black socks, they never get dirty. The longer you wear them, the blacker they get. Someday I'll probably wash them, but something keeps telling me don't do it yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. And I realized when I did that, not only was I no longer distressed about I also felt a little bit better, felt a little bit less pain. And I found the extreme depression that I've had over the past few months dissipate. So then I continued to sing and went through every song I could think of. The one I've been memorizing lately is The Hanging Tree from the Mockingjay Part 1 movie. Have you been to the hanging tree? And that's about how it is, because you're like, to the hanging tree. The hanging tree? And then I started singing every song I knew. I know a place where no one ever goes. Green trees around us, blue skies above. And I kept singing these for a while until the gurgling had stopped. I was calmed down and I was in less pain. I had tried to do what I normally do, which is, for instance, if I'm driving on the highway, I'm going to blast my music, I'm going to dance in my car. But if I get to the residential neighborhood, I try to turn it down. So the last person I want to disturb is the very polite cowboy, this nice man who has his own misery. But right before he left the PACU before me, I hear him say to the nurse, I'll have what she's having.